GTA Online is massive. It's one of the most successful games of all time. A money printing machine that's been running for over a decade. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Behind all that success, the game is stuck in a cycle. A cycle that's leaving players bored, burnout, and asking the same question, what's the point anymore? Because let's be real, once you've bought the businesses, unlocked the cars, and run the same missions 100 times, the thrill is gone. The grind doesn't mean anything. And that's the biggest flaw Rockstar needs to fix heading into GTA 6 Online. And here's the thing, it's not about giving us bigger heists or faster cars. Those are just temporary fixes. What GTA 6 needs is a system that finally gives players purpose. A reason to log in every day beyond chasing another shiny toy. That missing piece? A true faction system, something that turns GTA from a game about grinding money into a living world where power, territory, and reputation actually matter. So today we're going to dig into 3 things. Why GTA Online's current grind leaves players unfulfilled, how a faction system could change the game forever, and what this feature would mean for the future of GTA 6's community. The looming problem with GTA Online. Today, GTA Online is one of the most successful games ever made. It's a cultural phenomenon, a money-printing giant that's been alive for over a decade. Millions of players have jumped into Los Santos, living out their wildest fantasies, buying supercars, running nightclubs, flying fighter jets, and building criminal empires. On the surface, it feels like a dream sandbox. But here's the harsh truth. When you peel back the chaos, GTA Online is starting to feel empty. Not because there isn't content. Rockstar has added more missions, businesses, and vehicles than most games could ever hope for. The problem is what all of that content adds up to. If you've played long enough, you know the routine. You grind the same missions, you save up for the next shiny car, you buy another penthouse, another nightclub, another business that turns into a glorified money-printing machine, and then nothing. The cycle repeats. Sure, it's fun in short bursts. That first time you pull off a heist or roll up in a brand new car, it feels amazing. But eventually you realize none of it truly matters. There's no deeper meaning, no real progression beyond waiting for Rockstar to drop another update. And that's the danger. Veteran players, the ones who have carried GTA Online for years, are starting to drift away. Because when everything resets to another grind, nothing feels earned. Rockstar has built a system for short-term hype, but not long-term purpose. And if GTA 6 Online repeats this mistake, it risks losing the very heartbeat that made GTA Online a cultural giant. Beyond heists, the missing piece. Back when heists first dropped in GTA Online, it was revolutionary. Suddenly, you weren't just running errands for some NPC. You were planning elaborate missions with your friends, pulling off daring escapes, and splitting the spoils. For the first time, GTA Online gave us strategy, teamwork, and a real sense of reward. But as the years rolled on, even heists lost their spark. They became just another part of the grind. Another routine on the checklist. And while Rockstar kept adding variations, bigger heists, flashier cutscenes, the core issue remained the same. You were still just grinding for money. That's why GTA 6 needs more than just the next big heist. It needs an evolution. Something that goes beyond scripted missions and flashy payouts. Something that gives players the power to create their own stories. That's where a faction system comes in. Imagine forming your own syndicate, your own crew, your own criminal empire, not just in name, but in reality. You and your friends aren't just random grinders anymore. You're part of a movement, a legacy you shape together. And the best part? Your businesses stop being meaningless cash machines. Instead, they become the lifeblood of your faction. A warehouse isn't just storage, it's leverage. A dock isn't just scenery, it's control over smuggling routes. Owning territory means something because it strengthens your crew's grip on the city. Suddenly, GTA isn't about how much money can I grind this week? It's about how much power can my faction gain this month. That's the missing piece. A system that turns money into meaning. Imagine the possibilities. A player-driven world. Close your eyes and picture it. You log into GTA 6 Online and immediately there's tension in the air. Your faction controls a chunk of Vice City, but word on the street is a rival crew is making moves. They've been smuggling goods through your docks, testing your grip on the territory. Now the question is, what do you do? Do you defend your turf with everything you've got? Do you strike first, sending your crew to shut them down? Or do you play the long game, cutting a deal with another syndicate to hit them from both sides? This isn't Rockstar scripting a cutscene. This is you writing the story. Every decision carries weight. Rivalries form organically. Betrayals cut deep because they're not NPC betrayals. They're personal, from real players. Picture massive community wars erupting across the city. Entire factions uniting to push back against a single dominant crew. Or maybe underground alliances forming in secret, waiting for the perfect moment to stab each other in the back. Now, think bigger. Imagine spontaneous role-playing events. Factions hosting street races to decide territory rights, or cartels, manipulating player-driven economies where supply and demand are dictated by the community itself. This is where GTA evolves from a sandbox into a living, breathing world. Not a world Rockstar scripts once every few months, but one that thrives every single day because the players are the ones pulling the strings. Why this feature changes everything. Here's the truth. A faction system isn't just another cool idea. It's not just a new mechanic to add on top of what already exists. This feature would fundamentally reshape how players interact with GTA 6 Online. Right now, the game lives on what I like to call the content treadmill. Rockstar releases a flashy new update, maybe a heist, maybe a set of vehicles, maybe a new business. The player base rushes in, grinds hard for a week or two, flexes the rewards, and then slowly drifts away. And then everyone just waits around for the next drop. Over and over again, it works in the short term. It keeps the hype cycle alive. But here's the problem. It's not sustainable. You can't expect players to keep running on that same treadmill for another 10 years without burning out. A faction system blows that treadmill to pieces because suddenly the content isn't coming from Rockstar. It's coming from the players themselves. Every day becomes unpredictable. Every session feels fresh. You're not logging in to check what Rockstar added. You're logging in to see what your rivals did while you were offline. Maybe your faction lost control of its turf overnight. Maybe an ally betrayed you and switched sides. Maybe a war erupted between two rival crews, and the whole city feels like it's caught in the crossfire. These aren't scripted events. They're living, breathing stories created by the community, and that changes everything. It creates what most games never achieve, a self-sustaining ecosystem. Rockstar doesn't have to constantly shoulder the weight of creating new content, because the rivalries, the betrayals, the victories, and the losses keep players hooked on their own. You don't need a new update to make the game exciting, because the excitement is already happening in real time between players. And this doesn't just impact gameplay, it sparks an entire culture around the game. Imagine the explosion of content creation alone. Streamers documenting faction wars, role players hosting underground political meetings, YouTubers covering betrayals, alliances, and player-driven storylines like their sports highlights. Suddenly, GTA 6 Online isn't just a game. It's a stage where the community is the show, and Rockstar is simply providing the arena. Competitive play, it skyrockets. Community building, not stronger than ever. Even casual players benefit because now the world feels alive every time they log in, no matter how much or how little they play. This is the difference between a game that survives a few years on hype and a world that lives for decades. With factions, GTA 6 Online doesn't just become bigger, it becomes endless. The call to Rockstar, don't miss this chance. And this is where Rockstar comes in, because this isn't just a wishlist feature. This isn't fans asking for one more car or one more penthouse. This is about creating a foundation that will carry GTA 6 Online into the future. Players don't just want more toys to collect. Well, we want purpose. We want systems that give meaning to the grind. And a faction system is the bridge between casual chaos and deep, long-term engagement. Think about it. Rockstar has the chance to turn GTA 6 into the ultimate virtual playground. A place where every player can create their own story, every faction can build their own empire, and every decision ripples across the world in ways no one can predict. That's more than just a feature. That's a legacy. So the question isn't whether players want it. The question is, will Rockstar have the courage to build it? Will they take the leap that turns GTA 6 Online from just another blockbuster game into a world that lives forever in the hands of its community?